All right, we have really massive news and then really petty stuff to talk about. We're gonna do both. So today I'm gonna be tackling something with some surgical precision, man. So I need everyone to bear with me while I get prepared for this. Get prepared for this moment. So first, I just want to say again that when I made the MVP video and I was tracking the things, and I was like, there are going to be freak injuries. We're going to have problems where guys are not even going to qualify for the award. And we're all going to be sitting there, and we're all going to be pissed, and we're all going to be annoyed. And we're not just going to be mad because these guys are no longer qualifying for MVP awards. These guys will not even be able to make first team honors. They won't make all NBA teams. When we know the reason we got rid of positions for the all NBA teams was specifically because we all knew and all thought it was stupid for us to play in a positionless game at this point of the NBA's history and talk about positions as it comes and as it like looks for main stuff, especially because what we run in the front court, what we run in the back court, it's not the same as what they used to do. And the reason we don't even really have backcourt players anymore is because your best player gets the ball. And if your best player has the ball more often than not, they're playing a pseudo point guard, a pseudo shooting guard-esque role. So it doesn't make sense to have positions on the All-NBA team. So why the fuck would it make sense for us as a league to enforce a 65-game rule? That makes no fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense. And the reason it doesn't make any sense is because you're gonna have moments like this. Luka has played 64 games. He has a hamstring injury now. He's not going to qualify. Cade had a collapsed lung. He's not going to qualify. Anthony Edwards missed one game last night, and now he's right back on the court. If I'm not fucking playing the rest of these games out. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck about the seeding. The seeding has not mattered for us in the previous 2 years. We have made it to the fucking postseason with or without it. And we have made it not just too deep into the postseason. I know Ant loves to play basketball, but if I'm him, bro, that's fucking throwing my piece off. That's fucking it up. That ruins my value, too. That hurts my money. If I'm Ant and I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm thinking, shit, we might as well not even play you. Might as well just have you rested as possible for the NBA playoffs. Because you're not going to qualify for these awards now. Ant's not going to qualify for an All-NBA first team. Can you name 5 players right now who are truly better than Ant? And Ant might be a second All-NBA guy this year. He might be. But he's not even going to qualify for the teams now. He's not. We were telling niggas the entire season, oh, this 65-game rule is kind of tough. And motherfuckers were saying, but it encourages stars to play more basketball. Acting as if injuries don't exist, because there's no like language in it that qualifies you for injury. Because if it did, we would still be in the same position we were previously, where we were arguing, should Joel Embiid even really qualify for the award? Look at the amount of games he's playing, and other guys who are playing less games, and blah blah blah. Availability is the best ability in sports. It is. It very much so is. But I would rather have the guy be healthy and play through the games. And play the games that he can play at 100%. Or play the games he can play at 90 and 80%. To have shit like this happen. It's dumb. It's bad for the game. Everybody knew it. I think everybody knew it intrinsically. And the people who don't know it are fucking realizing it now. But, you know. There's that. That's the 65-game rule stuff. We don't have to even talk about that. I feel like I've done enough talking about every MVP candidate and who's like in the conversation and not. And honestly, it doesn't really sway my vote for who I had it. And also, it does help that in the game that he does get hurt, he was going up against another MVP candidate who was more likely to win the award anyway. And the Lakers got embarrassed in that game anyway. So it does suck. Yes, absolutely, it sucks. But I don't think it changed anyone's perception on Luka. I don't think it changed anyone's perception on Shea. That game was not the end-all, be-all, and decider of who was really going to win MVP anyway. I think Shea came into the game more likely to win it, and I think he came out of the game even more likely to win it. I think Luka came in the game likely to be in the conversation, and now he's just not. It sucks. It really does, especially because The injury happened one game before he would have qualified. Just one. If he finished that game and then played the next one, he qualifies now. He's not going to qualify anymore. Let's talk about something petty. Recently, Hawks fans, and it's weird because I have a video that's called Battling the Delusion of Atlanta Hawks fans. They're doing it again. And unlike a lot of other teams where I might give you a grace, in New York, you haven't had all that much success in the 2010s. It's okay for y'all to get loud now. It's okay for y'all to get loud now. Y'all have had multiple 50-win seasons, bro. It's okay. Y'all been to the Eastern Conference Finals recently. It's okay, dog. It's time. It's y'all time. It's y'all time. Celtics fans, can't say enough about it, bro. Celtics fans want to be loud and proud. Brother, they had the most championships in NBA history, bro. It's a lot to be proud about over there. Cavs fans, y'all got that 2016 ring, bro. Y'all had a 64-game season last year, bro. And no one can take that away from y'all. That was cool. Those are cool moments. Y'all have moments. What the fuck do Atlanta Hawks fans have to keep being Atlanta Hawks fans? I don't understand. Not only are they the most mid organization in NBA history, which it doesn't make a lot of sense. You have been here since damn near the beginning. Your franchise has fuck all to be proud about. I'm so serious when I say this. Your franchise gave up on Bill Russell because of racism and they won the Boston Celtics 11 championships. Y'all did not want him because of that. But you know what? Let me not hold you to something that happened in the 60s and black and white era. Let's talk about right now. If you look at this team's all-time wins, they are the closest team to 500 of any team. Let's talk about the fact that they haven't won a championship since the Bob Pettit era. Let's talk about how this team hasn't been relevant since the 80s. They haven't, bro. Dominique Wilkins has done so much good PR for this team, bro. Let's talk about what y'all were doing in the 70s. Not winning shit. 60s, nothing. You won your shit in the 50s. I just want to remind niggas. They won their shit in the 50s. 80s, nothing. Let's talk about anything post-ABA merger. 90s, nothing. The 2000s, nothing. The 2010s, I got a 60-win season. That's cool. Did it help you get to a finals appearance? Fuck no. This team is literally mid as fuck, so I don't understand why their fans are coming out of the woodwork. So let's just give them some credit real quick. You got Jalen Johnson. That's cute. It's cool. I think he's a top 15-ish player in the NBA. That's nice. Cool, bro. Great passer. Jalen's a great player. There's nothing to talk about with him. It's your fans are fucking annoying, dog. Your fans are fucking obnoxious. Y'all were, at the beginning of the season, you were like, oh, wait till Trey comes back. And then y'all were like, Trey's traded because he's not really helpful to the team. He's detrimental to the team, right? Cool. We could have been told you that. Mind you, this team, by the way, I don't know how this slipped my mind. You guys traded Luka Doncic on draft night. I still don't know how the fuck you guys have coped with that. I would still be in shambles about that today. I still would be. And my team has lost LeBron. The difference is we got him back and we won a championship. That just differences, bro. Small, minute things, crazy. Having the greatest player in franchise history certainly helps. Have one of the greatest players ever touch your court, for your team. That helps a lot. But there's nothing to talk about there. At least, you know what, New York fans, y'all got some 70. Y'all have a champion. Y'all have 2 championships in the 70s. There are no other teams that have 2 championships in the 70s. That's something. They have something. The Indiana Pacers were a game away from winning the finals last year. They have something. The Hawks are nothing. And I got into an argument, I want to say, and it's not really an argument because he made 0 good points. An argument with an Atlanta Hawks fan. Let me talk about the strikes that the Atlanta Hawks fans have been on, that the Atlanta has been on recently, and why this should not excite your team at all. And by the way, this is the team that the Cavaliers will likely see in the first round. And thank God it's Atlanta, because you need to shut the fuck up. I'm tired of you niggas. I'm tired. We're going to attack this with surgical precision. That's why we got the gloves on in the first place. Let me just say this real quickly. This team has no shot in hell against beating the Cavaliers. They do not. But let me tell you why they don't have a chance to beat the Cavaliers. Matter of fact, y'all might not even see us because we do play out multiple times. We do play out multiple times before the season's over. But let me talk about the stretches y'all just went on. You played against Orlando. Franz's first game back from the ankle injury. Y'all blowed him out. Now, I think everyone's starting to realize what everyone has been saying about Orlando for the majority of the season, that this team is fucking awful. And Fran's first game back. Hey, congratulations, y'all won that game. You lost to Houston. Let's talk about some other teams that y'all have been beating up on. Y'all beat up on the Wizards, which y'all played twice very recently. Y'all beat on the Nets, who y'all played twice recently. Y'all beat up on the Dallas Mavericks, which y'all played twice recently. Do you notice a pattern with the teams that I just listed? They're dog shit. You played the Milwaukee Bucks recently, twice. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but one of those games was Giannis's first real game back. Congrats on beating him. Cool. And then y'all played a game. I'm pretty sure I played a game without him. But regardless, the Milwaukee Bucks are in a very similar position with the Orlando Magic. They are a dog shit team right now. They're a dog shit team. None of those teams that I mentioned are in the playoffs. None of those teams that I just mentioned are in the play-in situation either. And the Milwaukee Bucks are also shutting down Giannis Antetokounmpo right now because they do not believe that they can win anything. And the league is punishing them for doing so, by the way. So keep this in mind. This is the team that we're talking about. Y'all beat up on all those teams. Let me tell you a team that y'all lost to recently. Y'all lost to the Boston Celtics when they were fully healthy. And then y'all played the Celtics again. But notice that their MVP candidate was not in that game that y'all played against them. Y'all played against Detroit. They're the number one seed in the conference. What could I possibly have negative to say about that? Cade Cunningham did not play in those games. Again, he has a collapsed lung. He did not play in those games. So y'all beat on the Cade Cunningham-less Detroit Pistons. Which, no offense to the Pistons are like 9-3 without him this year. But again, when it comes to the Atlanta Hawks, y'all beat them without Cade Cunningham. I just wanted to put that context in because I think it's very crucial and important to talk about who this team really is, right? Let's talk about this team. Let's continue talking about this team. Y'all have lost to the Houston. Y'all have lost to Houston. Y'all have lost to the Houston Rockets. Everyone should know my opinion about the Houston Rockets at this point in the season. They are thoroughly a mid team. They are a playoff team, yes. Congratulations. You lost to a playoff team. Congrats. You didn't even win the game. My congratulations is coming from you losing to another playoff team. Do you see the problem? It sounds like your schedule has been dog shit. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that you played against the Warriors, which no, I will. Let me give you some flowers real quickly. The fact that you were able to get Kuminga out of Porzingis is fucking insane, but that has much more to do with the malpractice that the Golden State Warriors are running out with Stephen Curry's organization. And by the way, the Warriors are also probably not going to play Stephen Curry for the rest of the season. They're probably going to do exactly what the Milwaukee Bucks are doing right now. They're probably not going to play their franchise guy for the rest of the season because their franchise guy, if he comes back, will not have a real second option. The Atlanta Hawks are the biggest pretenders in the league. And they're so obviously pretenders that I don't know how anyone in their right mind could think that this team is serious. There are 4 real teams out in the East. There are 4 real teams. And I think at the beginning of the season, I misidentified one of them. I thought it would be the Orlando Magic. I was wrong. I couldn't have guessed that Boston would be this much better than them without Jason Tatum. I couldn't have known. I should have, but I didn't. So let me talk about the real teams and why I've not thought about the Atlanta Hawks in a positive light, in a contending light, in this entire open Eastern Conference the entire year. Mind you, this team is on their hands and knees just grateful to be out of the play-in. You've been in the play-in for the past 3 to 4 years. It's your first year in the playoffs in a while. Congratulations. Congratulations. The Atlanta Hawks are not a real team. The Celtics are a real team. Detroit Pistons, they're going to get Cade Cunningham back in the playoffs. This is a real team. Hell, the LaMelo Ball Hornets are a more legitimate franchise and team to be worried about in the postseason. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a legitimate team to be worried about. They just got Jared Allen back. Very recently, he's playing better than he has at any point in his career thanks to the addition of James Harden. Donovan Mitchell is still in this team. This team has actual star power. No offense to the Atlanta Hawks, but Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jalen Johnson isn't enough. It's not. And the addition of CJ McCollum, it's not enough. It's not. Wizards legend CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert and Jock Landale. This shit is not winning you anything. I need you motherfuckers to pipe down. I need you to shut up. Be quiet. There are real teams talking, and you're opening your mouth. But that's not even the issue. Because the Hawks, I don't think the Hawks believe in themselves this much. I don't. But their fans do. Their fans do, dog. Why? Why do you believe in them? Oh, and by the way, you guys have to play the Cavaliers twice. I'm pretty sure the Cavaliers twice. Fun fact, y'all might not even be the 5th seed soon. Because if the Cavs knock y'all down 2 games, y'all are gonna have to see New York in the first round. And I don't know who needs to hear this. New York not no pussy ass team either, bro. I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. New York is not gonna be a pushover either. And I hate to break it to y'all. Y'all are first round exits. Clearly first round exits too. Like, it don't matter who y'all play in the top 4. Y'all not beating a single one of them. You're not beating the Cavs. You're not beating the Knicks. You're certainly not beating the motherfucking, shit. Y'all certainly not beating the Celtics. And good luck with the Pistons, because by the time the playoffs happen, again, it is looking optimistic that Cade's going to be back. Not even sure they even need Cade in a fucking playoff series to beat the Atlanta Hawks. But, I mean, hey, if you want to go All-Star for All-Star, go for it. I just want y'all to know Detroit got 2 of them bitches. So, good luck. But, shit, I don't even know what to tell y'all. Like, good fucking luck, nigga. Let me talk about the Clippers, because I somehow left them out on my video, talking about each tier of team heading into the playoffs. The Clippers are, without a doubt, they are pretenders. I don't even think they should be considered pretenders, because who believes in the Clippers to get it done? I think they should probably be more in. Damn, I don't like them in the dark horse option. Like them, they're not contenders for sure. They're not pretenders, because that would imply someone believes in them. Like, they got to be in that they got to be in their own category, to be honest. They just do. Oh, let me take these off, because the bit is old. Already old, but because I mean, I feel like I've already operated on the delusional Atlanta Hawks fans. Let me take these off. I just don't understand how y'all could believe in this team. But regardless, the Clippers. Let's talk about the Clippers real quick. I have been watching Darius Garland hoop for another team, and it has been painful. It has truly been painful, bro. I thought this nigga was going to play Cavs basketball for the rest of his career, win, lose, or draw. And he has been hooping out there. He's been hooping out there. It seems like the system works, bro. It's almost like that both of these teams made a pretty lateral move as far as like I think the Cavs one can raise their ceiling, but the problem with the Cavs move for Harden is like Harden is old. Garland got some years on him. By the way, oh yeah, I didn't talk about this. Strus is back too. Like, what are y'all gonna do, bro? I don't even know. The Clippers wound up winning that portion of the thing. They came out of that very well, considering they had to trade a guy that was their second best player. I think Benedict Mathurin is a great addition to the team. I think they got Isaiah Jackson in that trade as well. Yeah, they did. Isaiah Jackson was also in that trade. He's a solid player to the team. Benedict Mathurin has been great for them. Zubac, we haven't really seen the results of Zubac being on the Pacers, but we're not going to really see that until next year anyway. And Zubac has played a very little minute amount of games with them. But yeah, I really just made this video to be petty to the Atlanta Hawks fans because, dog, delusional or not, y'all, confidence is one thing. Delusion is another thing. I can't support it. Not in good conscience. You guys just suck. There's nothing to address with you guys, to be honest. There's nothing to be proud about. I don't know why y'all came out of the woodworks to be like this excited, but shut up. Shut up. Yeah, that's it. I made the video to talk about the 65 game rule. We talked about the delusion of the Atlanta Hawks. We talked about the Clippers because I didn't talk about them last year. Let me break down the X's and O's for them really quickly. They're a very interesting team, but they're also a team that's lost to literally every single team that's actually in contention, like fairly recently. They lost to the Spurs without Wemby. Oh, yeah, Wemby should be on pace to play the 65 games. I don't think that should be an issue for him. He's on pace to play the 65 games. I think Shea has already qualified for the 65 games. Could be wrong. No, he couldn't have. I'm remembering the numbers right now. He's close to competing for those, and Jokic is also in that situation too. So the final race is still going to be between Wemby, it's going to be between Shea, it's going to be between Jokic, which is, hey bro, it's been like that for real. It's been like that for a long time. I don't know why people were trying to insert Luka into this thing so late into the season. Because his play has been better in the last month. I do not want to exaggerate or understate how he has been in the month of March. He's been great. He's been great for this entire stretch up until that game against the OKC Thunder, and there's no telling what he would have posted up in that game had he played the entire game. But still, they wouldn't have won it. There's nothing to talk about. I think it is weird that the fans thought he was in the race to begin with at this point. But I can't blame them or fault them for believing that. That's their guy. I get it. The numbers are amazing. There's no competition in talking about that. It's just he's a very similar case to Jokic. Slightly better that the Lakers are in like a third seed. They could slip, but again, slightly better, right? I'm sorry, but it's still up to the Spurs and the Thunder. If the Spurs catch the Thunder, I don't really want to hear debates about Shea. Shea is a player different, obviously, but I think he's competing with himself, and for him to win the award, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, bro. I think the media is thinking more about Wemby, and the reason the media is thinking more about Wemby is because Wemby has been more present in the media recently. Shea has not. Shea's an aura farmer, for better or for worse, and when he's aura farming on the court, it works. It boosts his stocks in the MVP. It helps a lot. But Shea is not the press conference guy, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Wemby, he's different, man. He's different. And I know, let me just really quickly dispel some fucking narratives real quickly. No, defense has not been valued this highly in the MVP discussion ever. I don't think that should ever be understated. Defense has never been valued nearly as much as it has been recently in the thing. Harden has won the award, Steph has won the award, Nash has won the award, Jokic has won the award, so you can't say that defense is very important. But I want niggas to remember that when a player that has defense of the level of a Wemby has played, which I don't even know if there's ever been a player in NBA history with the level of the defense that he's had, but similar defensive impact, a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys found themselves not only in the discussion but winning the awards because defense does in fact matter. The reason defense typically doesn't matter in the MVP discussion is because traditionally speaking, when we look at this award, it does go to guys who have the best offense. But it's really about their impact. And offense is more impactful than defense. And the reason I can say that is because you can dictate the game on an offensive level harder than you can dictate on a defensive level. But with guys like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and Wemby, and Giannis, these guys impact the game. And I don't really know Giannis should be in this discussion because Giannis is just such a great player on both ends of the floor. And he's also a 30-point per game scorer. I just don't, like, no offense to Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett, none at all. I just want you to remember this. Giannis was posting 30 points when he was in MVP discussions. And he can't shoot. He was posting 30 points and he can't shoot. This is before the mid-range game. And by the way, the mid-range game has also put him in the MVP discussion too. I just want to put that out. But like, this is before the mid-range game. This is when he was still shooting like 3 to 4 threes a game and he was not hitting any of them. He was that impactful. And you didn't even really need to mention his defense because of how dominant he was on the offensive end. So I don't think Giannis should be really in discussions. But yeah, Giannis' defense is amazing. Why are we suddenly acting as if like we've never seen players that play defense win the MVP award? I don't know why we're doing that. And then on the contrary, I don't know why we're acting like, oh, defense has been super important for the MVP. It hasn't. The reason Wemby is in this discussion is because his defense is so transformative to the league at large that his defense might be more impactful, if not as impactful as some of these offensive guys, and he has a decent enough offensive game. to also impact that into the floor. It is the inverse argument of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't know how it's hard for you niggas to understand this. Shai is so transformative on the offensive end that his defense, being as good as it is an outlier to a lot of people. It's the exact thing, but the opposite way for Wemby. His defense is so transformative that when you look at his offense, it doesn't matter that his offense is kind of mid. It's kind of mid if you're just looking at the numbers in comparison to every single MVP contender. His defense is like that. By the way, just the gap between him and Chet and blocks is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's that big. He is the stocks leader for a reason, dog. It is like that. It is problematic how like that it is. His defense is everything, man. Like, just watching it is obvious. Not to mention the defensive metrics when he's off. And the Spurs are a great team. He should be in the discussion. I don't know why people are acting like he shouldn't be in the discussion. I don't know why people are acting like he shouldn't win the award, to be honest. I think he should win it. It's really just because Shai is competing really, it's going to, and should be thought of as competing with himself again. It's like, and everyone's saying, oh, Wemby posted the exact same numbers he did last year. Were the Spurs as good as they were last year? No. Did he become more efficient because he stopped taking as many threes? More effective, harder to defend because he stopped taking as many threes? Yeah. The numbers being similar is because his teammates have also taken a step up. You think if he deferred less to his teammates on the offensive end that he shouldn't be in these conversations? Like, I'm not following the logic. I'm not. That's it, though. That's it. This is the actual cutoff of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I should have told you to do it in the middle of the video because it's a very effective to use analytics. Hype the video up if you want to hype the video up. I don't know if you can hype this video up, but yeah, whatever. Bye.